Well, we're here with Zach Vining, and you did the film with Within the Silence.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
All right. So how did you come up with the idea for this film?
Well, originally started with when I actually left. I'm from Missouri, and so when I left from Missouri to Los Angeles, I was in a 30-hour car ride with my dad down traveling to LA. So I started to come up with the idea of just like saying goodbye to someone, and then just kind of wrote some lines down. It started with that, and then as the script evolved, I started running it by some people, and it kind of evolved into what it is today.
Oh, cool. The cinematography was really good on that. How did that come about? And what kind of camera did you use too?
We used a C300 Mark II, and then my cinematographer, John, great guy, went to college with him, actually. We were both went to undergrad together, and he's actually at USC right now getting his master's in cinematography. So cool. He's really passionate about it. And then once we found once we rented an Airbnb, and then once we found it, the location, we kind of went and scouted it out, and we knew that we were there one evening, and we just saw the sun set right over the lake. So we knew that we had some pretty cool shots that we could use. So yeah, we really wanted to use that to our advantage, and creating some cool color schemes and shots and stuff. So I'm very happy with how it turned out. Yeah. So
Where was that? Was that not so that wasn't the Midwest? That was like out in LA?
That was actually in the Midwest. Okay. We both went to the University of Missouri together. We both went to Mizzou. So it was in a small town about 30 minutes away in the middle of rural Missouri. So we ended up renting that Airbnb there, and yeah. So we since we're both from there, we both like filming there and shooting things there. So it was nice to go back home for a couple days and use our home as our backdrop.
So coming from the Midwest, how was LA for you?
It's a lot different. I grew up about 45 minutes south of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. So that town had about 10,000 people, and then I moved, and then I went to college, and then moved to second biggest city in the United States. So it's quite different. It's a lot of traffic. That's something I wasn't really something I wasn't really used to, is just sitting in standstill traffic the entire time. So
I still don't get it, like, because I'm from New Jersey, but New York, you don't really need to drive. And everyone says you need a car.
Yeah, yeah, you do. And the thing is, it at some places I'd be faster biking somewhere, honestly, but it's just there's so many cars, like there's no way I could even do it.
And yeah, I actually went to school in Ohio, so I kind of know the Midwest a little bit.
Kind of know it a little bit, yeah, a little bit.
But I never went down to St. Louis. That was something I like. Always wanted to go. I travel to see like the Mets sometimes, and want to go see them play in like the Cardinals or something.
Yeah, I'm biased. I love Busch Stadium, and I go to some Dodger games and stuff. But yeah, I definitely miss going back home.
So when did you film this?
So I've actually been asked that a lot regarding the circumstances of the film, with it being during a national pandemic. But we filmed it over Memorial Weekend 2019. So it was about a 3-day shoot, since some of us, a lot of the crew, a lot of us work other jobs and things like that. So I wanted a time with that Memorial Monday, you get an extra day with no work and stuff. So we filmed. We did Saturday, Sunday, and then did some just B-roll on Monday. And so, because I had a lot of interest in helping with the film, which I'm very appreciative of. So I was glad that to be able to get a lot of help on it. And again, a lot of us, we work full-time jobs as we're also trying to grind out. Trying to be filmmakers or work in the industry, just work on film. So yeah, I was just happy to get those 3 days, and a lot of people didn't have to ask off for too much time of work, which I again, super appreciative for. But yeah, Memorial Weekend 2019.
That's great. Yeah, I always try to find those like 3-day weekends, be like, let's shoot something.
Exactly. You get that extra day, you got to take advantage of it.
So and how did you get the casting for this? Because they did a very good job, the actors.
So the dad in the film, it's actually my professor from school.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Okay, he's good.
he was just my film professor, but you know, in college with all these student led projects and things that he would he wouldn't mind in other classes that we had, you know, just doing a quick roll or short film for us. And so he got pretty good at it. So when I started coming up with the idea, I ran it by him, tossed him the script, and he was like, I'm in. So he was all about it, and I thought he did a fantastic job. And I was, you know, I've told a couple people that, yeah, that's my professor, and they're like, that's a professor, and I was like, he just does some acting on the side, trying to help, you know, former students out, and it's working out pretty well. So
sometimes that happens where there was an actress who directed a film and another fest that we did, and there was a really good actor in it. He played this butcher, and I was like, man, that butcher was so good. She's like, no, he was the butcher. Like,
oh, he was just the butcher.
The butcher. He goes, everyone said that to her, and I'm like, he was good.
Sometimes it just works out and to your advantage, and if you got to use it. So I mean, it makes total sense.
Absolutely. So after this, were you able to do any more films after this one?
I've been doing so after this film, I took a couple months editing, and then again, I'm working in television right now in Los Angeles. So a lot of those days on set can be
crazy,
12, 14 hours. So I took a little bit longer to get it edited than what I was planning on. And then quarantine hit. And then, so since then, I've been doing a couple quarantine shorts. They're on my Vimeo. So just trying to keep the creative juices flowing, and, you know, keeping at it since it's a passion. So just get a couple friends, and we have cameras, and we just we start filming for a night or two, and just put together a couple short films. So since then, nothing that big though. It's just kind of been, you know, we did some crowdfunding for Within the Silence. Haven't done anything that big since, but hopefully, seems like we're on the back end of this virus with the vaccine. So hopefully, fingers crossed. And then,
but hopefully we'll get through this, and everyone.
So I've been writing a lot, some short films and things like that, but would love to, you know, start making some bigger projects, you know, with crowdfunding and budgeting and stuff like that, rather than, as nice as the, you know, couple friends and a camera has been over the last, you know, several months. You know, I'm ready to get back into the bigger things, start challenging myself a little bit more. So
absolutely. So how is working during all this? Has it been crazy?
It's been different. I work from home a lot more. So right now I'm working in a lot of reality competition shows. So one of them I work on mainly right now is The Masked Singer on Fox. So we've just been doing a lot more testing, you know, a lot of social distancing on set, you know, masks at all times. And there's a lot of, I work from home a lot more now. I used to go in, you know, every day, and now it's just, I go in just on show days now, days where we're taping. So in a way it's nice, but also, you know, you kind of miss being on set more.
Yeah.
So I guess there's pros and cons, but you know,
every time you go out there that you get tested.
Yeah, everyone was getting tested at least once a week. So some people up to 3. So it just depends on what your job is, but it's just a lot different. But I know it's, you know, everyone's kind of in an adjustment period right now with it going on. So I can't complain though. You know, I'm sitting at home, you know, at the kitchen table working and stuff. And I'm like, you know, I have a job. This could be worse. So,
yeah, I know. I can't imagine people that are not working, because I'm a teacher, but we're like online, but sometimes we're in school, sometimes we're online. It's been back and forth. Get that paycheck, and it's weird teaching film online. It's very weird.
Yeah, that does seem a little bit strange, but yeah, we were shut down for about 5 months, so that was really the time when I started writing a lot and you know, planning some short films and things like that, and I was able to get that done. But now that we're, you know, end of, I guess, early fall, late summer is when we kind of kick back into gear. And so it's kind of been nonstop since then. So,
yeah, well, hopefully by this summer, that's my hope. That's what I'm like, summer.
I know
everything off to next summer, like June, July. So I hope it's okay, or at least
I know I haven't gone to the movie. I went and saw one movie down in. I had to drive all the way down to Orange County to see a movie like 3-4 months ago, and it's like usually that was mine and my wife's thing every week, and we go see a movie. It's been a weird year.
Been watching a lot of Netflix. I got Cobra Kai coming on tomorrow.
Yep, a lot of Netflix, not a lot of HBO Max, things like that. So,
Well, there could be a lot more content coming out because everyone's seen everything.
I know. So. Yeah, I know. I have all these. What a lot of time my family members just for Christmas says, oh, they give me $20 Fandango gift card. So I had a lot built up from the holidays and my birthdays in January. So I got a lot of those, and then everything shut down. So I just have all these Fandango gift cards waiting to be used and spent.
I do too. I got in my wallet movie cards that I've not used.
I know, and I'm just like, they're just waiting to be using it. All these movies are coming out, so hopefully I get to use them soon.
But there is a theater right by me right here that is open. It's just probably,
really?
Fit. I don't know how many people they fit in there, but I know it's AMC, so they're renting out like you could get 20 people.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I did see that because I saw some people are doing it and like playing video games on the screens, and I'm like, that's pretty creative, actually. I would have never thought of that.
I tried to get a bunch of filmmakers together and I said, hey, why don't we just put our films up and watch our films for like 2 hours or whatever? And they're like,
that'd be fun.
Well, they're charging for every film.
Oh, so I thought it was just
like, short, you do like 5-6 shorts, they're going to charge you every time.
Oh, I thought it was just you get like the 2 hour or whatever the time frame it was for that price.
They're sneaky like that. So I mean, if you have a feature, go ahead. But if
I guess they've been shut down for how long and they're trying to make extra money. I mean, I guess I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. But yeah, I could see why that's a good idea to play shorts. That'd be an awesome thing to do, especially now since everything. Yeah, right. Since everything's getting moved online too, it'd be kind of fun to see some of your work on a big screen. But
big screen, yeah, like AMC theater would be great. But
yeah,
it is what it is. But yeah, so you got a lot going on, and what other were you able to see this film live in festivals, or like when you were submitting, or did it go right like the online stuff? And
I started submitting at the beginning of 2020, probably like February, and then everything's been shut down. There have been a few festivals we've gotten into that they're just postponing. They're just postponing until they can do in person. So I actually haven't got to see it. I've been able to see it on a couple of friends' flat screens, 50-inch TVs, but nothing past that. So that's something I was really looking forward to. And I mean, I get it.
Yeah. We're trying. We pushed this off for so long, and we have another one up in March, but we're like, we'll push that to May or June. And
I completely understand. No, yeah, I completely understand. And, a lot of stuff's been moved online, and I'm very grateful that the film's doing well. I'm getting a lot of positive responses with it. That is just one thing in the back of my mind. You just kind of think like, oh, you wish you do get to see it on a big screen sometime. And, one day, hopefully soon I will, depending on which festival. I know everyone who's running these festivals is trying their best, and I appreciate it. So, I mean, nothing you can do.
Like if it's 50%, we're waiting for that 50% because it's like a bar with 2 floors and it's a big place, but we have like 2 floors of films and stuff, and it's always fun to go to. And it'll be very
I looked it up online and saw the setup that you guys have. It seems pretty cool. And again, when I was submitting to all these festivals, I was like, oh, this would be a fun one to go to. This would be a fun one to attend. And maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know yet.
A lot of people from New York, it's right there, Manhattan. So they just take the path right over to us. So big crowd. Yeah. I mean, it's always a really big crowd. We had it on February 28th and March 1st, and it was packed.
So kind of when everything was just starting. Everyone didn't know yet what was going on.
We're like, how many people had COVID at that place?
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
You had no idea.
I went to. I'm a big hockey fan. I'm a St. Louis fan, and they were playing the Anaheim Ducks, and it was the last game in the NHL before everything shut down because we're on the West Coast, so they shut down everything that night. And my wife and I were like, "How many people do we think had COVID in that giant arena? Especially with Southern California being such a big hot spot."
I know it went crazy with it and spread everywhere, but I think early on, I bet a bunch of us had it and we had no idea.
I feel like my dad's doing the same thing where it's like I know everyone who was at least not feeling well from like last December to March, if they weren't feeling like, I know I had it. That's what I keep hearing. So,
but they can't even trace it back now, right? That's too far.
I know. Yeah. So hopefully this vaccine starts rolling out and, everything starts going back to normal slowly. I'm ready for it. I know everyone else is.
So do you have anything you want to promote? Do you have any websites or social media that you want to promote out there?
I mean, I would say just my Vimeo. I put up a couple more shorts since then. So, I mean, it's my name, which is attached here. So, just go ahead and check some shorts out that I did. Love the support. Again, trying to stay creative and hopefully after all this is over, can continue to, do some filmmaking. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just hit up the Vimeo and hope you enjoy the short, and the other one's attached on my profile. So.
Yeah, well, we'll let you know what we decide what we're going to do. It could be like a both thing or online, or we'll figure it out sooner or later. And we just kind of try to put it as much as we could.
Completely understand. I appreciate you guys fighting just to put this one on. So I know there've been a couple that they just said, not this year. We'll submit it all to next year. So I appreciate all the help, and I know it's unprecedented times, but you're doing what you can. I appreciate it. So
yeah, no problem. Well, thanks for joining me for a few minutes today, and I'll get this up sooner or later. I got to edit